I'm still reeling from last episode and just how all the plot went. If you are too, hopefully, we have found the right place. Hey, there's a Dawnstone there. That's pretty cool. So that's pretty good. We have, I'm sorry, 1 second. Sorry, I was getting a Venmo payment and it was an incorrect payment. I'd be like, wait, you sent me too much money. Please take this money back. Anyways, welcome back. We are continuing on. I'm still reeling from how everything went down, but we do now get to go to Dahara City to take on the next gym. Just so much. We are getting the HM Surf though out of this, which is nice. Where is this gym even at? I don't even know where it is. As I said at the end of last episode, oh, there's now a pathway that has appeared. As you're watching this episode, I have just returned from the Pokemon's North American International Championship. So hopefully I have cool things to tell you about that, as well as if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel if you're interested in the TCG and all that, because I'll probably have a video coming out on that very soon. Hey, Champ the Making, it's been a while. Take a fresh water to celebrate your return. Galavin likes to use both electric and steel type Pokemon. I'd say ground type Pokemon are a good way to wreck him, but that won't work at this gym. Unfortunately, the floor here is magnetized. That means that any electric and steel types are lifted right off the floor. You won't be able to hit them with ground type moves, so you'll have to come up with some alternating ways of doing major damage. As for the puzzle, the goal is to lower the electric barriers and make your way to Galvin. Good luck out there. That case seems kind of cheap. What can you go that way? That seems kind of cheap. You're like, oh, my main weakness? Nah, I just turned it off. I just decided not to have that weakness. Like, why are not more gym leaders doing this? Just being like, no, I decided I didn't want to have that weakness, so I get rid of it. I mean, I guess Arcanine is still going to be really good here because of its steel types. They're still going to be weak to fire. So I guess that's just the play, is just lead to Arcanine. But I mean, the electric types, we don't have as much as a way to deal with. Okay, so it's not that way, so maybe this way. Right, that path is a path. Is there a hidden item here? Why is this here? Nope, there is a switch right there. Let's fight this dude. Okay, so for pure electric, I don't know what we do other than just, I mean, fire still is super effective. Okay, this is steel rock, so water works here. That's pretty cool. Yeah, let's turn on. I also never bought more healing items, so let me go buy healing really quickly. I bought some more healing items, more so just to have them as we travel through here, so that way we don't have to constantly backtrack. That way we don't have to constantly backtrack to the Pokemon Center. But with that flip switched, we should be able to move through here now. Potentially. Hey, it is off. Wonderful. I don't know if there's like multiple switches we're gonna have to turn off in multiple different places, or how that's gonna work. Also, if there's gonna be more electric types, I need to figure out how we're gonna really deal with electric types. Oh, there's also the mega button there. If we hit start, you hear it, the sound happen there. Let's mega gross and hit a psychic just for fun. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. We'll stay in. Yeah, I guess there's just not really a super easy way that we're gonna have to kind of deal with them. So that is gonna be the just pure electric types. I don't know what else our real plan is there. Did I not buy revives? I did. Okay, I was about to say I could have sworn I bought some revives. So that is gonna be a bit of a tricky one for us to figure out as we move through here. That red one there probably goes to the gym leader if I had to guess. Yes, give me more things that are weak to fire. Or I can at least do big damage too. We're definitely gonna have to backtrack to refill our flamethrowers. That is for certain. Go for a Fire Fang. Pretty good. E-Speed for victory. Bronzong will Fire Fang, and we'll Flamethrower, and we'll Flamethrower. Yep, disadvantages all around. Well, it will have an effect if I use it on Arcanine. Turn it on. this way. Also, if you have noticed, since we were talking about NASA earlier, I'm doing a lot of bulk recording to prepare myself to be gone for, you know, a good half week where I won't be able to record anything. And so I'm like, well, I want to make sure I have content sitting ready to go for you all that you'll be able to enjoy while I'm gone. But to get there, I gotta get it prepped. So that is pretty much what today is, just heavily prepping a lot of different videos for you. And then I've talked about it on stream. Oh, wait, what? Why am I saving to pick up an item? What? Bzzz. It's for a Volt Orb. It's just for a Volt Orb. Why am I saving for a Volt Orb? I'm confused on why I'm saving for a Volt Orb. Okay, was that supposed to be like a special Volt Orb or something? I'm confused. And if it was, I definitely didn't treat it as such. That was weird. Let me Google that. I don't know how long the recording's been paused. I just happened to look over and saw that the recording has been paused. I don't know if I ever unpaused it after the Volt Orb thing. That's when I remember pausing it, was for the Volt Orb thing. And if so, I've now gone on for like another 2 minutes being confused on where to go next. I couldn't figure out anything about the Volt Orb thing, and I was just looking over to repause it again because I cannot figure out where to go through next because I've just been running around doing all of this. So I don't know where we're supposed to go next. When I did look up the Volt Orb thing, evidently it's pretty normal to get stuck in this gym. So I guess I'm gonna look up a quick walkthrough and then we'll go back. I hope I didn't miss too much. Okay, so it looks like we're supposed to come back to this one and turn it off. And now that it is off, we can now like move on to where we're supposed to go to next for some reason. I don't know why they're not like this. It's not a very good like puzzle since nothing's like color coded. That was one of the things I was saying, like when I had the recording pause, that I don't think came through. Like I feel like the back half of this game has been made by a completely different person than the front half of this game, because it's just, I don't know, maybe I was just too excited about the first part. I don't know, it just feels like it's a very different game now. We're supposed to turn this one off too first. I have a video up next to me that is just playing on the other screen telling me where I'm supposed to go, because I could not figure it out. Okay, now with those off, this is now off. Yeah, that makes no sense. Sure, don't know how you're supposed to figure that out, other than just brute forcing your way through it. But brute forcing your way through it isn't a fun way to complete challenge, at least for me. I don't find that as a fun way to like complete challenges, to like have to just brute force your way through them. Yeah, not me, at least. Not my favorite way to do challenges. Actually, is there an item right here? Yeah, there is. Are you gonna make me save in front of it again? You are, for another Volt Orb. I guess this one's an electric. I'm so confused why it makes me save in front of it, though. I don't understand that. I don't understand that at all. I'm hoping it's gonna be easy for me to backtrack here and like go heal. Is there anything this way? No, nothing that way. We go up now. Okay, yeah. Oh, that's the gym leader right there. Okay, so we have one last fight to do, and then we can go heal. So let's do this fight, and then we'll go heal. Alright, I'm gonna go heal. Alright, pretty easy to run out and heal. Pretty easy to run out and heal. Okay, so this is the team. We might have to switch it around a little bit. Pelipper is obviously not great here, but they'll be fine. They'll be fine, probably. Probably. Yo, what's up, fella? How's it going? Name's Goblin. I'm the gym leader, in case you couldn't tell. How'd you find navigating my gym? The magnetism and electricity by your feet giving you a rough time? That's the point. Invention is born out of necessity. Machines and technology grow only because what came before wasn't quite good enough. That's what me and my gym want to test. So, how are you going to advance when the most obvious weakness isn't usable anymore? I want you to show me how you adapt, and I want you to show me with 2 of your Pokemon at a time. If you don't, iGavlin will zap you until you can't even twitch. Now, we're on YouTube right now. Alright, so it's a double battle. I kind of dig that. Not kind of, I actually do really dig that. I wish there was a Pokemon game which the entire game was double battles. I don't know, I think that's a much more interesting way for the game to go. Alright, so we will Flamethrower you, and I don't know, we might as well. No, don't switch. No, I was like, we might as well for fun. Does Iron Head do more damage? No. So go Psychic. No, don't switch. Oh, which is Mega Evolve. I think we're Mega. But like, I just want to speed through that animation, but the rest of it we will play it out. Arcanine uses Flamethrower. Unless they're sashed, should one-shot. No, not sashed. Nor a one-shot. They're gonna Volt Switch. It's big damage for a Volt Switch. Ooh, Lantern. Okay. That's gonna be interesting to deal with. I'm gonna sit down. I've been standing for 2 episodes of recording so far, so I'm gonna sit down for the rest of this one. That's gonna be an interesting dealing with Lantern. We are gonna go ahead and swap out Arcanine then. Luxray isn't gonna be able to do anything to them either. This is just our first go, seeing what there is to see. We'll hit a Psychic here. Param at least can hit like a Fake Out and potentially do some damage to Lantern. Scald. Thunder Punch. It's fine. Alright, we're gonna Fake Out Golem, because that should kill the Golem. That way I can actually get a full attack here. Oh, the Hyper Potion. I do always forget about Hyper Potions. That's on me, but it's fine. And they're fakes out, so they already weren't taking an attack anyways. They already weren't taking an attack. Alright, we will Force Palm here because it's super effective. And we will Psychic here. Metagross is the fastest on the field, so even if we die, we at least get to get some damage off. Okay. Thunder Punch. Aw, oh, darn. I was like, that's probably going to end them. That's probably going to end them. We'll definitely have to probably attempt this again. And that's okay. That's okay. Pelipper is definitely going to have to drop off. We could go for an Icy Wind, since, you know, it does hit both. That's kind of cool. Go for a Psychic there. Hits them both, and also drops speed. So doubly cool. Special defense drop on the Golem as well. And there's potential that like this 2 pairs is like the only difficult one. If the rest of it at least has a Steel typing, Arcanine at least comes through. And which would be nice. Rock Slide, that could potentially take out Metagross. Definitely takes out Glalie. So let's send in Luxray. Let's have them crunch. And we'll Psychic. Oh, like there could be another Hyper Potion coming up. Luckily there isn't. So Golem goes down. Potentially Lantern goes down as well here. Do we outspeed? We do outspeed. I love that. I love that. Please go down. Please go down. Let's go. Good kill. Good kill. Alright, who they got next? 2 more Pokemon coming out to the field. We got Manectric. And we've got Electros. Neither of those are Steel types, though. I was really hoping for some Steel so that way I could attack with Fire. Those are both just pure, unadulterated Electric. So I guess let's just focus one side. And yeah, Iron Head is gonna, let's just straight focus one side of the field. Okay, it makes sense Manectric is the Mega here. That makes sense a lot. They do get the Intimidate. That's fine. We can just get the defense drop off the Crunch. I'll be happy. I'm gonna go for a Volt Switch. That probably kills Metagross. Even without the crit, I think that kills the Mega Gross. Alright, Arcanine goes in to finish off the Magneton. Maybe we use Luxray to heal here. I think let's use Luxray to heal here. Because I think if we heal, we actually stand a chance. Let's heal up Metagross. And let's use you to Flamethrower them. Magneton down. And then, I don't know what Electros is going to hit here. Discharge. This is going to be on too. This hits both. No, it hits both because it's Discharge. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. Pelipper just comes in to die. Pelipper just straight up comes in to die. That is all Pelipper is here to do. I kind of want to bring in Arcanine. I think Arcanine is good here. Have you revive? Actually, have you... Let's have you Hyper Potion Metagross. Let's do that. I don't know. I think I will obviously... Like, I think we're going to have to reattempt this one again. But I do at least like what we tested so far. I feel kind of good about it. It's just... It feels bad having to... Oh, the Hyper Potion. It just feels bad with the Pelipper there to not be helpful. So let's swap the team around. Alright, I got a plan here. Onix is a ground type, so they can't use their ground moves, but doesn't mean they can't attack with non-ground moves, such as Stealth Rocks, which is a rock move, or Rock Slide, which is a rock move, which is still stab. Now, if Onix just dies immediately, then, you know, that'll be kind of sad. But if they can survive and set up the Stealth Rocks, that would be huge. But I think we're just going to die here. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And Arcanine immediately, that sucks. Okay, I think we are just truly going to just focus in on one side. We know Golem will start with a Rock Slide, so I think we keep them from being able to do anything. I don't know that I like that though, because it's more super effective to deal with. So maybe we fake out you so that way you can't Rock Slide us, and then we Flamethrower a Magneton. We basically just stop Golem from being able to do anything, so that way we can do hopefully a lot of damage. If we crit, and if that was a high roll, if we would have critted though, because Magneton always goes for a Volt Switch here. But I think it differs on who they come out with. The Lantern obviously makes, Force Bomb, makes Arcanine have to flee. And then I added Klangang as a potential new part. So I guess let's run into Luxray. And see what that really does for us. I don't think it's going to be a lot. Force Palm is pretty good there. I think another Force Palm does kill. I think another one does kill there. T-Wave does nothing. I think it now is just a crunch on the Lantern. And just hope that we can kind of... Let's hope for the defense drop. I feel like we never get the defense drop when we want it. Rock Slide, Luxray's dead. That sucks. Okay. Golem is dead, though. That's pretty good, but we have lost a Pokemon we haven't looked at. Okay, I think now we bring in Metagross. You're not super effective to either, and I don't think it's worth, like, letting you get, like, just swapping you out. We could instead go for a Revive here and get Luxray back, and then Metagross Megas. And then I think the Lantern needs to go. The Lantern needs to go so that way Arcanine can come back in. Even if we don't have any other Steel types to attack, Arcanine is still just kind of like neutral damage, if you will. We're just not doing enough here. We're just really not doing enough. And then they're discharged, so Hariyama's dead. And Metagross gets para'd. And Metagross gets para'd. Alright, let's send in Glalie and go for an Icy Wind to try and slow them both down. Glalie outspeeds, which is nice. Because the pair of the Electros and the Lantern together that are kind of difficult to deal with. Of course we get burned. Of course we get burned. Why wouldn't we get burned? Why wouldn't we get burned? Alright, we already outspeed them, so we're just going to go for another Icy Breath, or Icy Wind. I think Metagross just fully dies here, and since they're paralyzed, they are going to go last and be attacked. So I think a better use of their turn is to... I could go for the heal, but I think it'd be better here, and I wish all these were together, to revive Hariyama so that way we get another Fake Out to help us out a little bit. I am afraid, though, that okay, I didn't do enough. I was afraid I was going to put Lantern into revive territory. Galele, if you can survive if you can survive the burn here, thank you. Okay. I think we can take out the Lantern here because we're going to Ice Shard. No, not Ice Shard. We're going to crunch the Lantern because we want to do damage to the Lantern, and we should all outspeed. Then we're going to Force Palm the Lantern. We both should outspeed both of these guys. Wow, okay, that did not do a lot. And instead, we've put them in range. All right, well, you're just dead. Instead, all we've done is put them in range. Go for a Shift Gear. I guess Force Palm. All right, Discharge. And then they're just getting healed off the Discharge. They're just getting healed off the Discharge. Gear Grind, they resist. Yeah, so there's that. So there's that. Cool. Okay, so evidently there's also, just as an aside, I'm just trying to build teams and just look for different Pokemon. In Dahara, supposedly, there's stories of people returning from Rift Cave. No. Supposedly there's someone in here who will give us a Pokemon that could potentially be helpful. If it is this thing that I'm looking at is a little outdated. But supposedly we can get ourselves a Sinnoh starter, which could potentially help us. So exhaustive. You're no state to help me with a full party. Okay, so I think it's this first, because I think we get the Infernape line here. So let's deposit, because I don't think Clang is doing enough for us. I was hopeful that they would be able to do anything, but just since everyone resists it, even with the Gear Grind doing it more damage, it's not worth it once the setup starts. But another fighting type could be cool. Raising so many Pokemon from the Sinnoh region is exhausting. Oh, you seem like a strong trainer. How would you like to raise one for me? Okay, so we get to pick one of the three. Chimchar, I think is the best option here. It has the sassy nature. Please raise it well. If you come back to me when you have 6 badges, I'll give you another. Oh, okay, that's kind of cool. Is this our 6th badge we're about to get? No, this is our 5th badge we're about to get. Okay, so I'm going to level this guy up real quick. Okay, so that's super great. You get it at level 30. So you don't really get to have a lot of an impact on the moves it gets. The only thing I was able to teach it was close combat. So not super ecstatic about that. So I don't know how much of a help it's going to actually end up being, unfortunately. I made another interesting change. The Seismitoad, we've had the Tynamo sitting there forever. So we're just going to see if we can do anything with it. Since it is a ground type, it is immune to all the electric stuff. So we're just going to see how it does. It'd be really cool if this doubles up to kill Magneton. Nah, if it did, though, that would have been really cool. The accuracy drop is great, especially since they're potentially going to go for Rock Slide. They go for Tri-Attack, and they dodge that. Seismitoad also... Whoa, that was such a... Oh my god, that was fantastic. Hold up a second. Was that all the play we needed? Because now they're going to blow the Hyper Potion onto the Magneton. Now, Muddy Water is an 85% accuracy, though, so we could also just see an immediate miss back. Let's go. Hit them both. What a... Wow. Seismitoad, an absolute play and a half. An absolute play and a half. We are probably going to get the Lantern and the Electros coming in. which are two semi-difficult of a pair. But I think maybe we leave Arcanine in. Oh, they got Manectric. Oh, even better. Oh, even better. I was hoping this would be the pair that comes in. So now we can Flamethrower, and I think we just focus down the Manectric since it Megas. And I mean, Muddy Water, they will resist. So we could also go for Hyper Voice since it hits both. We just Hyper Voice since it hits both. Speed a button to get past the... I forgot that they do have... Well, no, because both of our moves are special, so it doesn't matter. Both of our moves are special, so it doesn't matter that they intimidate us. Seismitoad getting burned does kind of suck, though. That does kind of suck. That was good damage off of the Flamethrower, though. That was really good damage off the Flamethrower. Giga Drain, though, is 4 times effective. Did not consider that. Alright, Metagross, get in there. Alright, we're gonna Flamethrower. And then we're gonna Psychic Manectric. Yeah, I was probably gonna be another Hyper Potion, but if we can just take down the Manectric, get rid of their Mega, and Arcanine should... Flamethrower, I think, did more than that, so that should kill. Wow. But it also kills Manectric because it hits everyone. Oh, that was great. Because Lantern isn't there to heal off of it. Lantern now does come in, which is problematic. So I think we'll just focus on the Electros for this turn. We'll just... And hopefully we still outspeed. Arcanine does outspeed. Okay, so we'll just focus down the Electros. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Because if we focus the Lantern, it just discharges and heals the Lantern, which is not what we want. Which is not what we want at all. I think Glalie to Icy Wind. Yeah, we just really focused the Electros. I just wanted to make sure it died in case they Hyper Potioned. But the Icy Wind is still good because it will lower Lantern's speed. This is a really good positioning that we're in. Because we can, we'll crunch it and fake it out. So it doesn't get to attack this turn. It'd be great if we could lower the defense. Finally, after all this time in 3 episodes. Oh, okay, cool. Because all of this it resists. Okay, go for the Force Palm. Maybe, just maybe we can get the Para. Because I know we can't normally T-Wave it, but so I don't know if it can be paralyzed. But I think we're good here because they've used all their healing, so I think we just will kill it here before it can do anything else. So I don't think it matters. I think that's just game. Seismitoad absolutely fixing that early math for us. Let's go, Seismitoad. Your tech overpowered mine. I think maybe Seismitoad just joins the team and we drop Pelipper and just we have a better water type. Aw, man, you sure zapped me, silly. Guess your machines of war turned out better than mine. Nothing else to it, I gotta hand you the battery badge. It's literally just he handed me a battery, that's all it is. The battery badge lets you surf over water and lava. And lava? But not only that, any Pokemon will obey you as long as it's not over level 52. How electrifying is that? But yo, I ain't done yet. Take this TM2. Yeah, Volt Switch. You're at a disadvantage, just Volt Switch to get out of there. And you know what? We gotta do this again sometime. You ever feel like chatting with old Goblin just hanging around the Pokemon centers? I'll rebuild my Mon and Metal again for that rematch. Alright, so let's go get the Go Goggles from the Hiker. We've actually seen this guy already. I don't know why that's now our immediate thing, but it is. Why we're like, oh yeah, we should go get the Go Goggles. But I am fairly certain we already talked to this dude. It was when we were in the in-between. We didn't even end up using a Fernape. And Fernape was didn't even come out to play. Seismitoad just fixed everything for us. No, it wasn't this person. I think it was the house below you. I think it was this house here. Pretty sure it's this guy. Let me tell you something, young fellas. The base sphere is a vast desert called the Great Desert. Yep. Good job protecting your body. I'd recommend get yourself a pair of Go Goggles. You can show me how much strong I am and beat the gym. Yeah, I already did it. Thanks for the Go Goggles. Alright, so we got that. So I do want to kind of revert the team back. Infernape, probably not going to be used. I'm going to be so honest with you. We'll put Luxray in their place for now. I think for now this is the team. Like, we need a different flying type. We do need a different flying type because I do need to be able to fly. I do need to be able to fly, so maybe we don't bring Luxray back. I mean, Luxray hasn't done a lot for us. Maybe Luxray comes back when we need them, but instead we add Toucanon as our flying type. I don't know what other flying type we would grab, because I feel like Seismitoad is just a better, is just all around just better for us to have, but that could be me. Do we even have Surf yet? Because if we have Surf, that was kind of, we do have Surf, that was kind of a misplay, not teaching Surf to Seismitoad. Because it's 95, 100. I mean, the only difference is, I mean, it's also 95, but power is 8, but accuracy is 85. I think it's just better than Water. Sure, we can lower accuracy, but I would always rather just do more damage, you know? Anyways, that is where we're going to bring this episode to a close. Coming up next, we are going to be heading our way to Viville Town. But to get there, though, we do have to cross through the Great Desert to Guren Town. And then we can make our way up to Viville Town and continue on trying to deal with the... We still have 3 more gym badges to get. I guess there could be one in Guren Town and there's one in Viville Town. And that's 2. But if the Battle Frontier is in Seaport City, then I guess the 8th would be in Anticity. So maybe that does make sense. Maybe these are the 3 final gyms here. If you have been enjoying this series, please let me know in the comments down below. I know this one, the last 2 episodes are pretty story heavy, so I think it's for the best that this episode was more just dealing with a gym. So hopefully you enjoyed that. Oh no. Okay, we aren't gonna start this plot. We aren't gonna start this plot. This is exactly where we're gonna start next time. We're gonna do a save state instead of a normal save. Since I can't save with Ace running up here, we're probably not gonna tell him about his dad, which is pretty problematic. Did just remember about that. Anyways, hope you all enjoyed. I will see you in the next one.